one thing I want to point out here is just how silent it is. Like, if we stop talking for like 5 seconds, you can tell like the only thing you hear is like just the water.
Sure, and what makes it so quiet? It's the pump itself, or it's how it's situated in the tower?
Great question. So it's both. So one thing we did, and this is actually something I learned, you mentioned we do a lot of aerospace engineering, and this is one of the things you do when you want to reduce the noise in like a stealth military aircraft or a stealth military submarine or something, is you increase the number of blades on the propeller. So especially military submarines do this because they really need to be quiet, they really need to be silent. So what happens is, if you increase the number of blades, that means it can spin at a slower speed and still pump the same amount of water. So that's why this fountain has 4 blades instead of 2, which means it can rotate at a slower speed, which means it makes less noise. The other thing too about it is that it's more efficient, more energy efficient. It only uses half a watt of energy, which is considerably less than any other pump. And so of course, the less energy it uses, the less noise it makes, right? And so that's why this pump is completely silent as it is. But then the other thing exactly is the way it's situated. So again, reasons why it's silent. One of the main, arguably the main reason why it's so silent is because of how it's situated inside of the tower. So basically, as you can see, the pump is fully enclosed inside of this big tower, and this is almost, no, it is 2 pounds, it's 900 something grams, so it's basically 2 pounds of ceramic. 2 pounds of ceramic, like thick ceramic that surrounds the pump, which just kind of kills all the noise. And then actually here it's even enclosed with 2 or 3 layers, because here it's enclosed, in addition to the tower, it's enclosed by the base and by the other towers, so it really absorbs all the noise. And then the other thing we do too, which is again is unique for this fountain, which is something that hasn't been done before, is the pump is actually suspended. It hangs from the silicon tube, so it doesn't touch the ground. So the reason why a lot of other fountains make noise, is because the pump touches the ground, and then when the pump vibrates, it transmits the vibration to the rest, like to the base or whatever, and then you can hear it. But ours is hanging from a tube, and so even if it does vibrate, which it pretty much doesn't, even then all the vibrations will just go into this loose silicon tube, so it doesn't reach the outside. So that's why it's so completely silent.
Yeah, I remember you showing me this way back when you were printing the 3D parts.
Oh yeah.
And you were very focused on having just this very thin margin of error between the pump and the base. You wanted it just close enough that it would take the most water possible while not touching it and vibrating. I think that's very smart. I think it's something people haven't really thought about enough.